Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back to a new day dawning right now. The sun is setting and as we can see a new fleet is attacking once more, just on time really, because we have Ice Edge, a new cruiser class world warship, the next in line with pretty big turrets as we can see, very slick looking, right, much slimmer than the Yamato, and yeah, also of course doing, well, a third of its damage. But I think it is much more maneuverable and also faster on its feet. The range is, yeah, underwhelming. At least that's not so great. Looking at it, Ice Edge, my next ship, will of course also boost it up. They're just looking really nice overall. Such a beautiful mod, really. These guys are having very strong arm muscles at this point, doing it from the beginning. And yeah, of course, items it is. I think we don't have one of my white flags. Oh, there it is, Star Shadow, collecting goods as we speak. Let's go to Anno, getting us a few more items that we can use for boosting all of these ships, right? I would also like to go for one more Yamato class, so that we have two then. There's also the Destroyer class now being constructed at the moment. The last ship from this mod, and then we have built them at least once, all of them. That's pretty great, I think. Oh, we need to urgently repair those here. And do they have some boosting here? Let's boost them up a bit so that we produce as much sand as possible while those buildings well, exist, that is. We're having quite a few monuments in construction right now. The World's Fair superstructure is in full swing, right, and fully loaded with construction and building materials, so this is coming along just nicely. We move back to Manola because here it is actually where my focus is right now, where we have started with the dam project just over here. That's also now in full swing. Workforce is there, building materials are there, and in 14 minutes we'll finish the foundation for this great project that we have. In the meantime, we can continue though in our quest to build motors. And for that, I have the corn plantations up and running. We have the orchards up and running, right? We have also now the ethanol finally being produced. So there it is, 2 times per minute with its production. And then we can continue onwards here with the celluloid that we have. So this is then the ethanol that we produce here now, together with the camphor wax and the cotton, right? And we have this then over here, I think. Yep, there it is. Let's build the next factory right away. This is then also a new product. This must smell really bad, I think. Perhaps we will need to move them again at some point. We'll just see. And then we also have the cable factories. Those guys we have also somewhere over here lurking around. And I think, yeah, we need to build 2 actually right away. So let's do this on top of everything. And with that, consuming caoutchouc and copper. Copper is something that's coming in with my docklands, so we will need to keep track when Tobias is coming in 5 minutes. Then we'll get the first batch of copper, and then we have everything in this foundation finished for starting our motor production. Boy, I can't wait for that. And the motors are going to be really important for us. Let's head back to Mbesa in the meantime, because here of course we want to continue with the productions that we have. First of all, we do need one production that I think we have unlocked now. There it is, the paper. We do need the paper mill for producing tickets, basically. And it does really only require some mud bricks, some workforce, and that's it. And a river slot, which is probably one of the most valuable things you can have. It's producing them 4 tons of paper per minute. We do have another slot here. And isn't that great? Let's actually do this, because this allows me to produce paper here, DAG and Cal to make it more important, and also utilizing this trade route that we have here right now with the mild shrimp a bit more efficiently. So let's go ahead and also add then paper to this one. We need to check it out where it is actually. And I think there it is, right? Getting it to Tabram. This paper will have a long journey ahead of it. And building materials it still is, so check it out. We need more building materials over there. Mud bricks it is, right? So DAG and Culture actually plays a vital role for 2 products now. I was not expecting the paper. Paper it is, motors it is. Production wise, we almost have the full foundation now for the metro system in place. Go ahead and repair some of those ruins here. I think other than that, Tabram is looking fine. Do we already have the first tapestries in? No, we don't have them yet. But the production has started. Very good. Alright, over here we now have also the building materials coming over. And for us to start the paper production, number 1. Right. It's producing 4 per minute, so it's actually going to require quite some capacity in the warehouse. So I would also like to upgrade this warehouse here, so that we can have just a bit more of that coming in. The only other thing we'll need for the paper mill is wood. And for that we'll need to advance now with this trade route here to make it all work out. So my huge collier is now getting bigger because we're adding a new destination to it, and that is Panagos. There you go. And I think we will need to switch it up a bit. So we're going Panagos, Tabrim, Dagon Culture, right? So Tabrim in the center, perfect. Going back and forth. And we're going to pick up now something in Panagos, which is wood. Let's take our own slot for that. And I'm probably going with 2 times of that, so that's 200 tons that we're going to unload then in Dagon Culture, where we're going to pick up the paper. And we're not getting it to Tabrim actually. Oh, wait a second, let's make this different. Let's make paper in the center. Because I think since we're producing 4 per minute, the consumption will also be quite high for logs, and also of course for the paper production, so we need some volume there. Let's get this to Dagon Culture. We're going to pick up here the paper then and the indigo, deliver the indigo to Tabrim and the paper to Panagos. And another thing we can do here, because we have the room for it, we can then also get probably the tapestries to, or the shoes at least, to Panagos. So the mulled shrimp from a minor trade route is becoming a major trade route now that is delivering quite a few things on its way back and forth. There it is. Let's throw the Wansa timber overboard. And it is now on its way, I think, to Tabrim and then off to Panagos once more. Yeah, getting this trade done. Since it's only 1 ship and it's also not the fastest ship, the volume is important here, right? So 200 tons of lumber over here to Dagon Culture will do quite the trick. Actually, I'm sorry for that. That is my mistake. We need to pick up we need to unload the lumber in Tabrim and pick up the paper in Tabrim, not in Dagon Culture. Let's just see where we have the paper again. It's really hard to find this one. There it is. 2 times. And deliver that to Panagos. The reason for that is the paper mill requires elders. And I don't have elders in Dagon Culture. Also, it's much better to have it in Tabrim, because Dagon Culture is risky for me, right? It's not the ideal situation that we could have. And let's go ahead and have the paper mill then here, together with a warehouse right next to it. So this is now starting its production once the lumber comes in. With that, we have now definitely finished it. This is now complete. So product number 1 for the metro system is finished. The product that we need from Tabrim, right? The only other thing we now need here to do is still following along on this quest line that we have for the scholar residences and stuff like that. Let's purchase us this smaller schooner over there. It's the only other ship that we have in the region right now that I can use for that. Get the neutral item on board, and then we're going to deliver the tapestries and the dried meat to Archie. Also, oh, wait a second. There is a blueprint to pick up at Hitima. Let's also do this while we're here. One thing, of course, that we need to make sure is, since that item does not have protection right now, or that ship, that we hurry up. Hurry the hell up. That's important here right now. Hitima is not going to protect us. But there's nothing close by right now. That's favorable.
So swift to learn.
There's the items, and we need to deliver them also to Archie. Let's get over here and actually pick up the flag. And yeah, the mulled shrimp is now on its way to Panagos. Off you go. Perfect. And this is also coming along. Now we can go back to Manola, because I'm pretty sure over here, meantime, Tobias has arrived. And yeah, he's departing already. So he has now delivered me, hopefully, 100 tons of copper. There it is. It's already being consumed. How very nice. So the cable factories here are working. Producing now cables, right? Electrical cables. And with that, we also have all the products now in Manola that we need to jumpstart our motor assembly plants. There they are. Electricity is the only thing. My bad once more. We need, of course, that. And for that, we need to wait for the dam. Lucky us, phase number 1 is already finished. It should be finished now. Is it? Yeah, it's finished. And we can start with phase number 2 right away. the structure. Some steel beams and some bricks we need, and 900 obreros, so lucky us, we have plenty of them. And there it's coming along. The next phase of this product. And yeah, I do need some steel beams actually. So for that, I do need to send a ship over from Panagos. Also, we're under attack once more in Manola. Yeah, it's just a patrol really, nothing to worry about. Let's take Amphitrite, and yeah, doesn't really need protection. Let's just take a lot of steel beams and get this over to Manola right away. It's a rather safe trading area here, corridor that we have. Also, Dusky Hawk Destroyer class ship ready for action. It's even slimmer. And this one is the last ship that we've built now. With that, we have built all the World warships. It has sea mines. Places a mine below the surface that explodes on enemy proximity. With a cooldown of 15 seconds. There it is. Right, we have the sea mine. We could plaster everything now with sea mines. I think that might be a very tedious task though. Very good. I think the Yamato is now coming out. Yes, that's the next in line. We're depleting our steel beams with that a bit, but it's fun. We will have quite the fleet there ready soon. Alright, attack where exactly? It's Manola, and it is a major attack this time. We're probably going to lose it. Ah, this is fast. Very good. Alright, Admiral, you're surprising me there. No ship lost. Perfect. Let's get this back home there. The defenses are holding up for now. We might need more defenses here though at some point. Do we have the items to boost it already? Nah, not really. Pearl fertility. I think that's not really giving us the edge here in a fight. Yeah, the sizes of the enemy fleet is getting a bit crazy there. The Admiral especially, he's ramping it up. I don't know why they hate us that much. Just leave me alone. Ship ahoy, while my small cute schooner is on its way to Arty. Well protected with the polyglot scholar Rahim, we can continue onwards with a bit of city expansion over here in Tabrim. By the way, there is a fire, right? We don't see those a lot in Tabrim. People are usually very careful here. Let's just extend the reach of the fire station so that it can reach all of them. And as we can see, one of them is really enough to almost supply the whole city, right? So even if the fire spreads, we will be able to fight it them. And some regions are not affected. To be honest, I totally accept that. We don't need those ones, the timbers here anymore, because we have them now fully working up here, the three, right? So we can basically now use this one here as planned for my next city advancement. So we have the marketplace in this area, and I would like to go ahead then and we can use the next city blocks then. Basically, yeah, in this area once more. Let's make a double block here, right, and then some more there, making Tabrim great. Here there is the reason, of course. I mean, we have the main road. Let's just make this one like so, and then we can have the main road like so. That continues onwards then to wherever we want it to go. And I think we'll also then need another marketplace somewhere in this region here, just at the corner of this main road. Ship is under attack, just passerbys. While things take their turn, another big attack. Wait a second, where's my collier? Oh, it's sitting at Anharlo. Yeah, of course, Anharlo usually has good items, especially for all the new ships that we just built. It's always nice giving the active healing, for example. Really important item there. And also perhaps a blown apart 12-pounder. This is actually really cool. Then we have another active healing item. And then probably I would really like to get some damage boosts there. There it is, Romanov. And let's also gather some more loot that we have here. This is really just beside Anharlo. Over here. Oh, and we can also see our other destroyers now here in action. Blowing off some steam. Ah, and there's also the Malt Shrimp with the logs on board, leaving for Tabrim, starting this production as well. Very cool. And also finally, my schooner with Rahim on board is getting over to Gentima, delivering the goods that we need, tapestry and dried meat, to get started on the next questline. Also, we need to deliver the water pump blueprints to Archiden for getting a grip. Still no scholar residence. I don't remember exactly right now when it actually started. And in Dagmar Kaltu, by the way, let's continue also with some more defense. We can have it on the other side too, right? So we probably can just copy this whole layout there and build at least 2 of them for the moment. Perfect. I really can't lose that island here, so any kind of defense is not overloaded at all. In Tabrim, we are lacking behind a bit the mud bricks there, unloading them quite often. And also here's something wrong. We have the TEF coming in. We should have a more TEF production. Yeah, it's slightly off, slightly. Let's just boost it by a few percent. There you go. It doesn't even hurt me one bit. Alright, that is just a smaller attack. There's the items coming over now to my shippies. And then I think something else happened over here. And that is the warfare. We can finish the next phase. Superstructure completed. Next phase, steam motors, windows and wood veneers. We have plenty of. Steam motors is a bit low right now. That's because, of course, we're building so many ships that also require the steam motors. 1,500 artisans we also have. And that is the glazing that is starting now. Coming along. This is going to provide me some nice attractiveness there as well. About these steam motors. We have the production over here in the thick of it. And we're producing... Oh, it's actually equal right now. That's not great. Let's boost it by 50%. So this should add some 2 more. There it is. 2 more tons per minute. And that should be enough that we need right now. Oh, by the way, I think it is 8 of 8 right now because of the warfare. Because that is also counting as a consumption building for the time being. Alright. Also, a lot of things happen right now. The cargo ship has arrived in Manola. We can finally unload the steel beams and also with that continue the production now of the dam project here. Another 27 minutes on this, which will then conclude the motors. It's crazy how many things we need in order to get things working, right? For the motors alone, we need a whole bunch of productions up to a major dam project and all of that so that we can have a metro station in Panagos. Tell you that the metro station is going to be huge. That is not just a mod. It might as well just be a DLC. Next up, let's head back to Tabarim real quick. Because here we can pick up the water pump. Just stay with me here. It's a lot of jumping around right now, but it's a lot of things that we need to do at the same time. Getting a grip. After we have delivered that, we can advance with the main story here in Tabrim. The logs are coming over, and this will then also start our paper production. This is important, really, because that's the next in line for the metro. My ships here, yeah, doing quite a job. Let's unload some of those items here. So the Adams, the Hans gun gets over to the Yamato, right? We still need to steel plates them. This one here gets the Hans gun and also Adams for active healing. He has 4 slots actually. We can also get Romanov on board, pumping out to 300 DPS. Oh, almost 300 now. Doing quite a bit of damage there. I still need also to get some steel beams, steel plates over, right, that Archie has. Boosting durability and what not. Any buildings got destroyed from fishermen in the latest attack. I really like those buildings here because they lure the enemy in and we can just endlessly loot stuff. It's fun. While all of the systems work in the background, we can continue a bit with city building itself. Let's have this warehouse moved over there a bit so that we have more room. There's another warehouse here that doesn't make sense, and also those poor carts are actually driving all the way over, right? Just want to make sure that we have it then right here. So this is going to be a major site, of course, for an attraction up to, let's say, this point here. We can continue with the city building, right? That might just be safe. And there we have the main road that continues then all the way here. There you go. And so we can have some more city, some more structures here. We still need another marketplace. That is something I don't like so much. Let's build it here. It's not going to be forever though. And let's have the pub actually out here. Right, because it's overlapping then anyway with this one. And it also is close to the industry zone, so those workers and farmers from time to time can enjoy a pint here and there. And in this area, yeah, let's have the big one. Have the big one here or here. Let's have it here, right? And then we can have something here, something nice in this area, and then some more buildings founding at higher density. And I would definitely like to stop in this area then, because this is where we're going to have another attraction than pointing up down the city, actually, because you have a beautiful view over my industrial zone from up here. That's something I would like to keep as well. On the other side, we can do the same thing. Let's just get rid of this. We don't need those buildings here, really, so we can have them a bit further over. Also that police station. And get us a bit more space here again that we can use. By the way, chapel is important. Let's have the chapel in this area for now. Makes sense to me. Providing happiness to all these people here. Otherwise, it would probably end in a catastrophe, as always. Some farmers. Why not? And we can have here then some probably temperate grove. So that it's not that visible, right? That we have some clay pits here. And that's then just some normal blocks again of houses here. Where would we need that? Let's have it up there. We still have room for, yeah, some blocks of houses then as well. Very nice. And I think here we are also going to end it then with a bang somehow, sometime soon. This is working now. And I think we should head back actually to Tabrim, where the next action is happening. The blueprints have arrived at RG. That's over here. So he can now continue his expansion. Now we need to escort him. Yeah, let's do it with my schooner. Approach the ship to begin the escort. Let's have my Yamato, let's have my battleships close by, just in case. I don't know if there's actually an attack or something. Let's start the ship here. That's the local guide that continues onwards now. And I think after this we actually will unlock then the scholar residences. Of course, there's also going to be an episode of sabotage, fire, and yeah, personal feuds that we have over here. They stand ready for the action. There's also some ruins here once more, but I think so far we're doing good. And we can head over to Manola, where the dam project is taking another 20 minutes. Great stuff. And then we can finish the motor. And yeah, more projects on the way, like the metro station that I'm promising you now for, you've been promising me now for 10 episodes or something like that. I totally understand it if you actually unsubscribe me for that. And hopefully I gain your trust back once we build it. Stay tuned.